Glory to Jesus Christ. So anyone who attends the Novus Ordo Mass is going to be intimately familiar with, take this, all of you, and drink from it, for this is the chalice of my blood, the blood of the new and eternal or everlasting covenant, which will be poured out for you and for many for the forgiveness of sins. Do this in memory of me, which is said when the priest consecrates the wine into the precious blood of Christ. What many people may not be aware of is that for a long time, around 40 years or something, I might not be exact on that, but around 40 years or something after the Novus Ordo was promulgated, it said, "This is the cup of my blood, shed instead of poured out, and for all instead of for many." Now, over time, this was changed. It was formally changed from cup to chalice, because chalice is more reflective of what this actually is. Cup implies that it is a normal cup. Chalice implies that it is a special cup set aside for this holy purpose. So that's a good change. That makes sense. Shed was changed to poured out, because poured out is much more visually representative of what's going on. It's more visual of the pain that Christ had to endure. And for all was changed to for many. Now, the original Latin is pro multis, which is for many. And in the Bible, Jesus says for many. And this makes sense because Jesus' sacrifice was for all, but not everyone is going to accept it. So it's not going to apply to everybody, because they're not going to take it by their own decisions. And Pope Benedict explained this very well in a letter to, I believe it was German bishops. It turns out that when the Latin was being translated over for the new Mass after Vatican II, they were concerned that for many would confuse people theologically, and so they used for all, but they decided to change it because for many is actually more theologically accurate. And when you say for all, it sort of implies a belief in universalism, which is a heresy. For all implies the belief that pretty much everybody is going to be saved no matter what, and that is not the case. That's universalism. So to avoid that, it was changed back to for many.